Hotkey Books presents Robin Hood 8, Ballots, Blasts and Betrayal. Written by Robert Muchamore and read by Joe Jameson. Keep listening after the end of the audiobook for an exclusive sample from the next book in the series, Robin Hood 9, Fire, Fury and Frost. The story so far. Robin Hood lived with his dad, Ardagh, and half-brother Little John, until his father got thrown in jail for a crime he didn't commit. Robin's half-brother discovered that his mum was the wealthy businesswoman and politician, Marjorie Kovacevic, and went to live with her, while local gangster Guy Gisborne put a bounty on Robin's head, forcing him to hide out in Sherwood Forest and join a gang of righteous rebels led by Emma and Will Scarlock. With his new rebel pals, Robin blew up cash machines, hacked computers, caused a massive flood, flipped a police car, and busted his best friend Marion Maid out of prison. The 13-year-old also became a social media sensation, with footage of his escapades getting millions of views. Coming next. Tomorrow is Election Day. If Guy Gisborne is elected as the new Sheriff of Nottingham, he'll expand his brutal criminal empire across the county and into Sherwood Forest. Nobody took Ardagh Hood seriously when he got out of jail and announced his rival bid to become sheriff. But Robin's dad has gained support from university students, rebels, and locals who are sick of Gisborne's corruption. Even though Gisborne funded a lavish advertising campaign, polls released on election eve show that the race to be the next Sheriff of Nottingham is too close to call. Meanwhile, former Sheriff Marjorie Kovacevic has used the run-up to Election Day to turn around her troubled attempt to become national president. Thanks to a brilliant new campaign manager and gaffes by her opponent, Marjorie is hot favourite to become the next occupant of the presidential palace. If she wins, Marjorie says she'll send soldiers and tanks into Sherwood, crushing the rebels and bringing the vast forest back under government control. Chapter 1. The Crowd Goes Wild. 2101, Election Eve. Being the world's most wanted 13-year-old can be a bore. Robin Hood had spent 40 minutes hiding in a cobwebbed room with several dead mice, a rusty cinema projector, and his best friend, Marion Maid.
"It's getting packed down in the hall,"
said Marion, peering through a narrow projection slot that gave the room its only light. Robin inhaled, then buried his nose in the sleeve of his hoodie to muffle a sneeze. The dust in here's getting right up my nose. We were only supposed to be here for 5 minutes. Marion ignored Robin's whinging and kept looking down into the giant space 30 metres below. The building was still called the Cinema on maps of Loxley University, but its screen and seats had been stripped years ago, leaving an open space used for stuff like exams and end-of-term parties. On a wall that still bore the dirty outline of a cinema screen, a banner read, "Your vote counts. Register now." More detailed signs explained that anyone aged 18 or over who'd not yet registered could queue at one of a dozen desks, fill in a form, and claim their right to vote in the following day's election. But most of the students packing the hall hadn't suddenly fallen in love with democracy. They were at the voter registration drive because they'd heard rumours that Robin Hood and Marion Maid were going to make a headline-grabbing appearance. Nobody in the crowd had seen Robin and Marion being sneaked in, but the presence of journalists, TV crews and vloggers convinced people that there would be something worth seeing if they stuck around. Some in the crowd had doubts. Marion Maid had only
Sample complete. Ready to continue?